What tools would you suggest people can use then to help with a lot of what we've talked about today, Rand?
So on the customer and audience research side, I kind of like a multi-prong approach. I do really like surveys and interviews. I realize an interview is a weird tool, but it's a great tool, right? You have conversations with customers and potential customers and people who are not customers and probably never will be, but they're influential in your space they reach the customers that you want to reach, and you build relationships there. And then you have conversations with them about, hey, what got you into this? And like, what are sort of trigger points for you in terms of trying to solve a problem? Or how do you, as an influential person or someone who writes for an influential publication, how do you think about covering the space, and what are topics that are interesting to you right now? And right, so you're trying to understand the mentality and the problem solving nature and the journey of those folks in those various spheres. You probably want to do some surveys at scale too, right? So I want to understand my audience, a few thousand or a few hundred, depending on the size, and get data like what's their job title and role, and how long have they been at their company, and where are they spending their budget in whatever sector, and what are they struggling with, and what are some top of mind publications for them, those sorts of things. And you get that in survey data format, and you answer those business and marketing tactical questions through that data. And then there's passively collected data from social and web sources, which is what SparkToro does, or something like clickstream data, which is what SimilarWeb does. If you're looking for the kinds of data that SparkToro does at like a very enterprise level, you could go to BrandWatch, right, which has very, very expensive but very high quality data. Yeah. Similar to what you get from SparkToro. And then SparkToro itself is kind of like the every person's tool. Obviously it's free to try, and then the subscriptions are relatively cheap, and lots of people, lots of marketers kind of use it one-off. Like they'll subscribe for a month or two or three, and then they'll cancel. They'll come back in a year when they need to do the research again. SimilarWeb is awesome. The free version of SimilarWeb is just killer to see, like, okay, I know my audience visits this website. What other websites are visited by people who visit this website? What's the general traffic trend? Where are they getting traffic from? What sort of sources are sending people to? That stuff's beautiful too.